Hey, girl, hey. Oh, wait. Oh, there's Catherine. Hey, girl, hey. It is Monday, March 18th, girl. It's March is already over. March is over, girl. It's gone. St. Patty's Day, over. Okay. King Charles, probably dead. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know for a fact. But I do want to start the show at the very top by telling you guys that I'm going to nationals, obviously. But um, ever since we found out that our mom, our gymnastics mother, Kathy Johnson Clark, was being made to retire, we didn't know at first. Now we know that it's because of ageism and misogyny. That doesn't sit right in my heart. And I remembered that on MTV's Road Rules Real World, The Challenge, one of the people on there wore a shirt that says, "Where is Rachel?" And I was like, that always stuck with me for some reason. And I would always think about that. And then yesterday I was like, why don't we just make shirts that say, "Where is Kathy Johnson Clark?" And if enough of us wear them, sorry, I was eating pasta. If enough of us wear them, they can't like blur all of us out, and they'll have to see it because it looks like the ESPN graphic. So at first they wouldn't really know what it is until like they read it and they're like, "Oh shit!" And if enough of us wear them at nationals, it'd be a nice little tribute. It'd be a cute little like, "Kathy, we love you." If that. And
So I
it's a
do
good
want
thing
to point something out that I find hilarious about all of this.
Yes.
So Oklahoma went 198 something this weekend, and
775.
Allie Raceman's response on air was, "Oh no."
Oh no.
And all I could think of is, if you're getting rid of Kathy because she's complaining too much about the scores, I don't think Allie is
Oh no.
As compliant as you might think she is.
No, I like the fact that Allie cares about the job. I wouldn't want anybody else to fill in for Kathy, honestly. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I
Because Nastia was
think we
terrible.
should make sure that people understand that Allie didn't choose to replace Kathy.
Yeah, no, it's not like the Nastia Elfie situation where Nastia ate Elfie. Like she literally like swallowed her whole. Like it's Elfie lives inside Nastia now. It's not what that happened. Like this is like a passing of the torch, but against Kathy's will.
And I've been arguing for a couple of years, and I know everyone loves Kathy. The 84 Olympians have dominated U.S. commentary for too long.
They're the boomers.
Like they're incredibly out of touch with what the sport has become.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So, yeah, and I'm not trying to make a profit off this. I want to make the file available online for anybody to download because you can make your own shirt or whatever. My goal is to take a few extra with me in case someone wants one at the venue. I'm not selling them; it's just handing them out. And yeah, I really want to do this for Kathy. I think it'd be cool. Now my theory is that because of who I am, people won't want to do it. I'm just like, dude, it's not about me. It's about Kathy. So yeah, that's it.
So let's talk about where the train of NCAA is going now. Who is up, who is down?
Catherine, it's derailed. It has derailed. The train is off the tracks. It is a crazy train going all the way to Fort Worth. Okay, so as it stands right now, the regional placements, which really what I think you're interested in, as it stands now, because I just saw it. Thanks, shout out to Owen, the Gym Diary. Cool kid. Okay. Right. Let's see. So, as it stands, if regionals were to daisies, Michigan Regional would be OU, Denver, Michigan, Ohio State.
That's good for Michigan.
Bad for Denver. Bad for Ohio State.
Yeah.
Cal Regional. Cal, Bama, Michigan State, Minnesota.
I mean, that's going to shake out how we expect it to shake out.
Cal's going to win that one. It's at home. Cal's going to win that one. Between Bama and Michigan State, and maybe Minnesota peaking at the right time. Oof. I'm going MSU. That's what I'm ready for. Arkansas Regional. LSU, Kentucky, Arkansas, and Auburn.
It's the SEC Regional.
It is the SEC.
I bet the scores will be amazing there.
199. $1.99. LSU. The thing with this one is that it's at Arkansas, so it's one of
I
those like
I could see Arkansas upsetting somebody, but
that's as far as it goes. That's as far as it
yeah,
goes. Florida regional. Florida, Utah, UCLA, and Mizzou.
I think it's going to be Florida and Utah.
Because Utah, not for nothing. Nothing against Harley Dockendorf. She did nothing. It's just these girls. I can't support these girls. I can't. I cannot. They've showed their
I'm
ass
with you, but
online.
I don't
But
see
Utah's never not made
UCLA doing it outside of UCLA.
And Utah's never not made nationals.
I mean, you don't have to like them. The Utah girls are still good.
They are. They're good. Let me tell you some things. Because if you're on the streams, you know how opinions. All you have opinions. Let me tell you what really stuck out to me this weekend. It's getting to the point now where the teams that got it. You know what I mean? Dialed in. If they have a mistake, it's one routine and done. The mistakes don't add up. And
but I mean, does it matter to anybody except for OU?
It matters to Cal. Cal is the only team right now that can challenge OU for that title. Now, OU...
Can they?
Yes. I'm telling you why. OU showed cracks in the armor. I mean, they still went 198, 755. Whatever. But outside of OU, I don't think that's going to happen. I think once we get to nationals with national scoring, it's a whole different ballgame. That's 6 judges you have to impress. You know what I mean? So teams that feel like are a shit out of luck when that happens, LSU, done. Even though I would like them to win, but no. National scoring, now we say that, but national scoring would be like, oh my Cosmo, and give us all the 10s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel that Emma, go to Doha.
Well, why don't we talk about Doha for a minute?
Yeah.
So we have the Doha nominative roster. It looks a lot like how we expected it to look. It's a much smaller field because there are now fewer people who could get Olympic spots out of here. And
Chuso's going.
And she's doing the all around. And this is the second, it's not an all around, but she's doing all 4 events. And this is the second roster we've seen where she's signed up for all 4 events. And Uzbekistan doesn't generally sign her up for 4 events and have her not do them.
Yeah.
And so I have this feeling that she's going to take one last stand and try and get the Asian Championships all around. And let me make a case for it's unlikely, but it's not impossible.
Yeah.
So Chuso was behind 15 people at last year's Asian Championships all around, but she was also had a fall.
Yeah.
On vault. So I mean, she's fallen pretty regularly, so it's not saying that she can't fall again, but
of those people in front of her, there were people that qualified already, right?
Well, no, there were about 15 people in front of her who haven't qualified, but none of them are consistent. And
so it's the day of.
Yeah, and the other thing to remember is Asian Championships is in Uzbekistan and in Chuso's hometown.
Imagine if she doesn't make it in
Right.
her hometown. Oh, devastating.
So
I think she'll make it.
If it could happen, it could happen, but I don't think it's likely.
Well, it's in her hometown. They're gonna give it to her, or maybe give her so I don't know.
I don't think I don't think that things are that corrupt, but
just corrupt them for her.
But she might be inspired. Fine. So the other thing to talk about is I want to talk about who is showing up on floor because everyone cares about Emma Malibuyo.
Yeah.
So Charlize Moritz, who has already qualified for the Olympics, is going, and she can still take floor points, which has a strategic importance to Emma because it means that Moritz can deny other people from taking points. And the people who can displace Emma have to finish either first or second. So having Moritz there who can take first and who has taken first place points for 2 World Cups is good for Emma.
But it doesn't mean
However,
she shouldn't go.
no, but that's the only good news, because the problem is that floor field is really weak, and so it's highly likely that it will be very easy to get points in Doha. The only people on that roster who are significant floor workers outside of the people still trying to qualify are Alexa Moreno and Kalia Newmar.
And they've already qualified.
Well, no, but it means that, remember, part of the problems in the World Cup series is that you have to finish in the top 16.
Yeah.
So if you have a lot of people who have already qualified who are good on an event, they can still block you from going into the final. So that's how Emma didn't get a whole lot of points in Copas, because there were lots of people who took up space in the final.
It would be
And yeah, she has to go. I mean, she's going to be passed if she doesn't go. I think we've sort of beaten that horse to death. She is signed up for it, though. So at least they've left the door open.
So Levi
is still in the mass of people who is potentially in the hunt for uneven bars, and there's no predicting that field.
Yeah.
There are 10 people still alive in the uneven bars field, and no spot is locked down.
Speaking of spots, talk to me about Gadarova.
Okay, I want to talk about injuries in general, but so let's start with Gadarova. She got to return to running today.
Y'all, it's March 18th.
So I think Gadarova has been pretty clear that she's not rushing anything. I don't think she's trying to rush to the Olympics. She has, like, the most that she has shown has been giants with a strap bar and a walkover that was supported by someone else so that she put no weight on that leg. And what return to running means is probably that contraption where they jogging in that like air compression thing, where you still aren't putting weight on it. So she's not in a gymnastics gym. She's not doing gymnastics. No. She's been amazing at posting all of this stuff on her Instagram. You should follow her and follow the recovery. Jennifer Gadarova has basically said she can't make it to any of the selection events. And she didn't flat out say she's not making it to Paris, but she said she understood the consequences of missing those competitions.
Yeah.
So I don't think either Gadarova is going to be in Paris.
Maybe covering it.
So
BBC.
Yeah. So while we're talking about the British, Alice Kinsella had some kind of injury in warm-ups for British Championships this weekend. Her arm is heavily wrapped. She did post. Did you see my tweet with her Instagram story?
Right.
I'm going to send it to you because we should show it.
Squishy said it was in the air pressure contraption. Just posted a video later today.
Okay. So I'm going to send you the thing that Alice Kinsella did, if I can find the right window.
So I'm alive.
Okay. So Alice Kinsella's arm is incredibly heavily wrapped. It's supposedly an elbow injury. I don't think that this leap tells us anything other than it's not the worst case scenario.
Yeah. Oh, but notice she's not really moving the arm.
She's not doing anything with the arm. It's incredibly heavily wrapped. Like, do you want to show it on?
Oh, am I not showing it yet? Oh, wow.
I'm not seeing it.
I've watched it like 8 times now.
Well, it's only her doing a leap, so.
Let me see this. Hold on. That
But
might just be a sleeve, Catherine.
no, when you're looking at it in full view, it's a compression wrap.
Oh yeah, it is. I see it.
But like I said, I don't think this says anything more than it's not the worst.
Yeah.
Um,
And listen, it's the Olympic year. People are gonna get hurt. People are
yeah, we
gonna
have
get
some
hurt.
more injuries I have to go through.
Oh my God,
The
Catherine!
Japanese are like dying.
No!
The Japanese are dying. So, Sakaguchi Ayuka, who was on their 22 Worlds team, who is a good floor vault beam person, tore her or ruptured her Achilles a week
Oh.
ago, and Yamaguchi Sara ruptured her ACL again.
Ah!
So the Japanese are dying. They're going to select fairly soon. So there's that.
It's just not fair. It's not fair.
Helen Kevick withdrew from TP protocol, but let me give some good news on this. I'm told it was precautionary. She has an ankle issue. They knew DTP protocol was not important, and they have a history of being careful with her. So I think that was just them not wanting to risk her.
Can we talk on what we talked about privately?
About how every gymnast has ankle issues?
No, but yes.
I do not want to talk about the other suspecting thing.
Okay, cool. All right.
But
happy Ramadan, by the way. To those who celebrate, yeah, yes.
Yeah, we're in the middle of Ramadan.
Yeah.
And I was told by some people that there are NCAA gymnasts, particularly mags, who celebrate Ramadan and have trouble putting up good scores, and people like don't hear about why for good reason.
You are fasting the entire day from sunup to sundown. Fasting. You need to eat. Like, this is why we had so many like elites in the early 90s, late 90s, and the early 2000s who were like breaking all the bones because they weren't allowed to eat during the Marta era.
I'm really glad that the Olympic qualifying World Cups managed to avoid all of Ramadan
masterfully.
I don't think they scheduled it on purpose that way, but like,
throw them a bone. Throw them a bone. Throw them a bone.
Remember that there were entire soccer teams who were fasting during I think it was the 2014 World Cup.
Like, this is the thing. Like, it was one of the biggest religions in the world. Like, more people than not are fasting for religious reasons, and we need to be more respectful and aware of that.
I mean, not every Muslim does fast. There are secular Muslims, but like, we should be aware of it. We should be aware that maybe if you're looking at a gymnast from an Islamic country, they might not be putting up the best scores right now.
And the thing is, like, as like understanding as we are of like Judeo-Christian beliefs or whatever, we should be more like understanding that there are like Islamic gymnasts all over the world, and this is a real thing. And it goes back to like nutrition and sports psychology. It's a whole thing, and we should be more understanding of that. And
I have one more injury thing that I want to talk about. No, it's recovery. It's not injury. So Ellie Sykes has just started to get to jump. But on the other hand, that means that she probably has not been training dismounts until like this week.
Which, speaking of dismounts, shout out to Brody Malone, how, sir? How? Like, the competition he was in a few weeks ago, my God, he's ready. Put him on the Olympic team.
You know, he was very determined.
God forbid, what is it? A man scorned.
Can I talk about how excited I am for the Shishai Swan, Kaylee and Numar battles that we're going to see for like years?
Yes, and I just want to say,
Like, we don't have to be like one of them is the GOAT and one of them is not.
it's like Lee Kai and Steven Adorashik. Like, I'm not saying that it's just like two different, very different approaches to the event. Very
And
different
we are
approaches.
so blessed to have them both at the same time.
Exactly, because while Nemore is dynamic and much more representative of Yvonne Barr's work in this quadrennium, Shishiwan is classic. That is classic Chinese bars. Like, classic.
Like, I don't see how anyone beats either of them if they hit,
I would like
except for each other.
I want to throw another name into the ball the arena. Sunili. We never know with her.
We never know. I just don't see her getting to a point where she's fighting with them.
A good case for a bronze medal.
If she's there.
Speaking of that same sentiment, Becky Downey.
I feel like the British are giving Becky Downey every chance to prove herself because they don't want to. Well, I think the British want to make sure that they are not accused of not giving her a valid chance. But she's now fallen on 1, 2, 3, 4 bars routines this year.
Yeah. At the same time, though, we have to look at the rest of the field for the British. Like, yeah, Odin Champong did the damn thing. My God.
So can I give you like, I think people mistake having a lot of choices for having a lot of depth.
That is not the same thing.
Like, think about the U.S. women's team in 2021 had a lot of choices.
Yeah.
But did they have a lot of depth?
No. And that's what you run into when you have these athletes who are just like a 2 of an athlete or like a 1 of an athlete. And it's one of those things like, yeah, world class.
They have a lot of good athletes, but they do not have a lot of depth.
No, and the thing is...
And that goes for both their mags and their wags.
And honestly, that goes for Team USA as well.
I've tried to make this argument. But...
Here, it's plain and simple. Yes, you have the Simone Buffer. But the Simone Buffer, the day of, honestly. And that's nothing towards her. Just one of those, like, she could be really bouncy, and the buffer diminishes. Yes, you have Charlize Jones or whatever, but inconsistent in the past. Okay, fine. Then as you go down after Charlize, you start running to the Sky problem, the inconsistency of Sky.
There's the inconsistency of Sky. There is Leanne and Kayla, and they're like great, solid all-arounders. But like, do you see either of them winning an Olympic medal other than the team medal? Is Jade Carey able to continue at the level she was at? Was last year a fluke? Was it not? I'm not sure that NCAA has told us anything.
No, not at all. Because for what it's worth, it's like the current layout of the U.S. field, the projected one, you need the 5th spot needs to be a very competitive all-arounder. I'm not just saying like, top 2. I'm saying like they have to be in the top 5 scorers. Okay, yes, you're gonna have 3 all-arounders.
So talk to me about what have you been hearing about Gabby Douglas?
Oh my God! Okay, I would tread carefully on this one.
Not the like
behind the scenes
gossip. I mean, like the gymnastics.
Okay, that's easier. The gymnastics, it's there, but again, people can only say it's there for so long before it's like, well, I need to see a score, girlfriend. I need to see a score. Okay, I need to see you compete at least 2 or 3 meets, and then I need to see it like you at trials, because I'm not gonna have this bullshit where just because Marta says or because just because the optics of no, I need to see that you are able to. If I can put you out in the field, you're gonna hit, which is what happened with Suni. Great in putting training. Oh my god, you have all the skill. You have this amazing new skill. When it comes to the competition, not there. You know what I mean? And I cannot if I'm NTC, I cannot put an athlete in that position and be totally comfortable with it.
So the next things that they can go to.
Yes.
So there's a national team camp at the start of April where they will decide the Pac Rims team, and Pac Rims is somewhere that Suni could get that skill named, by the way,
Okay.
or Jesselo, which is somewhere she can't get that skill named.
Isn't it an FIG meet?
What?
Is it like FIG?
Jesselo is a Group 4 meet. You need to be a Group 3 meet.
A clown meet.
Yeah, Jesselo is a clown meet. DTB, by the way, was a clown meet too. I love me my Germans, but that's a clown meet.
Yeah, it was. Can we talk about that for 2 seconds? That's not a legitimate USA win. Oops.
The men?
Any of those competitions were not like a true USA win because people faltered.
I mean, the Chinese sent a B team with some A people.
Yeah. Oh, Sun Wei. Oh my god, the Sun Wei of it all.
He was just having a day.
A day.
A day. Can I talk can we talk about the beam routine?
Yeah.
Do you have a video of it?
Of which one?
The 85E.
Oh, that one. No.
Let me see if I can come up with it for you, because so I actually had a Fig Brevet 2 comment on this on Twitter, and I think that 8.5 is not a crazy E for this routine. I don't know that it's repeatable, but okay. I think I have a link in here. But what she said was she thought it was probably a point or two too high.
Yeah.
Or not, a tenth or two too high. She cited this the switch half as a problem.
We need to really, as a collective, we need to be more strict on switch halves.
Okay.
I'm
it's in your
yeah.
And make sure to put it on screen this time.
Yes. We need to talk about switch halves because some of them, listen, not for nothing, sister, but y'all, some of these switch halves belong in the trash can, belong in the litter box. Because my God, it's to the point where are we really going to count that? We're really doing that right now. Here we go. This is beautiful. This is a 7.0 difficulty.
Der Quali eine 15.25.
Sichuan, we known for amazing beam work.
Yeah, I agree with Squishy. I think Donatella's gonna come for the switch halves.
Good. She should. Here we go. Here we go.
So this is a gorgeous beam routine.
It is.
This is like Nastia at Pac Rims to me.
Okay, back walk over into a straddle jump. Oh, it's just.
She has just such beautiful rhythm too.
She does. So the Arabian switch sleep, switch half into swing down.
So the cat 2 I talked to thinks that she needs to get lack of flexibility on the switch half.
Yeah, and this angle is ass.
It is, but I'm still gonna trust the.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I'm still gonna trust the senior Fig Brevet.
And it's just that jump. Because the rest is gorgeous. Little arms.
The rest is stunning.
Arms. Yeah, little arms. But it's just it's really just to regain balance. It's just gorgeous Chinese beam work. Switch
So,
ring.
do you think that she can factor in the all around, given that she's got a 15 bars and a 15 beam?
The thing about Chinese beam for me is that yes, amazing start value, whatever, but you stutter step a couple of those connections and you're all the way down to like a 14.5. You know what I mean? 14.3.
So, is this
So
repeatable?
in a heart of hearts, yes, because those girls train that like day in and day out. Literally go up cold and do a beam routine. But nothing prepares you for a high stakes qualification like you got to hit and then an event final and all that. It's different. I want to say yes because we've always been championing Chinese beam work, and then the day of it just doesn't happen. So I'm gonna put my heart on yes, but if it doesn't happen, I wouldn't be surprised. And then the vault situation, of course.
Yeah. I'm still wondering how you missed what was going on in that vault.
And then when I saw it back, I was like, oh my god, she was like literally. How she didn't hit her feet on that vault is beyond me.
And that was a terrifying vault.
Yeah.
There were some vault things going on there.
And the thing is that they're babies. This is a relatively new field of Chinese newcomers. Like they're babies, but the babies are good. They're good.
They're good if they can, if they can find something like consistency.
Hey, if all those, if the entire Chinese team hits, they could beat the Americans hand on their hip, just on beam.
I think the Chinese are going to medal at the Olympics.
Yeah,
as a team.
Yeah, barring disaster. Yeah, oh yeah, 1000%. But that puts the girls on alert, like the French girls.
So,
talk to me about France, please.
The French are still messing with their best club.
Avant pour moi.
Yeah, Avignon was their first best junior and their third best junior were not selected for DTB Porcal because they trained at Avignon. And now they like did incredibly well at DTB Porcal as the juniors, but it's still like baffling.
Yeah. It's like not choosing. Who would that be?
It's like not choosing people from WCC because you don't like Cecile.
Yeah. That's what it is.
And the top junior in France is somebody who apparently has country transfer options. They could repeat.
Are they being blocked right now, aren't they?
What's
happening there?
So she has a French license, so the French Fed could block her, but she's a junior in the Olympic year. They can't stop her from Los Angeles if she transfers. I'm hearing it's Poland that she might have a connection to. I'm not sure I like the idea of the Polish Federation because they're like always out of money. But I just the Polish Federation a couple of years ago was blocked from sending athletes to FIG meets because they had not paid their FIG dues.
And that's just silly.
So I worry about if it's Poland. Her last name has some Portuguese origins, so it might be Portugal. And the family is not wanting to draw ire by saying what country they could go to. Yeah. But I want to.
What's going on? What's?
Speaking of disaster, of dumpster fires, I want to talk about the Russians, and I want to talk about why I'm going to talk about the Russians.
Against my will, but fine. I'm here to.
So, 2 years ago, Lauren from the Ginternet had talked about not reporting the Russian results, and a bunch of Ukrainians made a good point, I think, saying that if you don't post the Russian results, people are going to go to the Russian websites to find them. And they're going to go to Russian social media to find them. And it's much better if we do it with people who will put context on them. And So with that in mind, I'm going to talk about the Russians. I don't watch the men. I can't bring myself to watch the men.
Because the number one man is the leader of the youth army in Russia.
Well, Nagorny did not compete in the all-around. He scratched. He won 2 golds in the event finals, and he's making noises about retiring after the Friendship Games, which is the Russian alternate Olympics.
Good.
Yeah, this is a good thing. David Balyatsky also has posted some incredibly terrible things recently in support of Putin.
They paid for it.
But before we watch gymnastics, I actually want to make a case for people need to be more careful about Melnikova. Because no, she's not saying anything that would trip anything up, and it's not like the mags, but if I'm a propagandist,
her club is
I use the Russian women differently than I use the mags. I want you to think about Melnikova as I describe this. She's pretty. She's well-spoken. She's well-loved outside the country. She keeps posting all of these incredibly sad, depressed things about how she can't compete. And if she's like the walking billboard for, it wouldn't hurt people if Melnikova could compete.
Her club is sponsored by the military.
She is paid by the army.
Literally paid by the army.
And right after the invasion, I'll give you an example. My favorite example of gym fans do not think about propaganda enough.
Don't give a
fuck. She posted a link to a charity.
Yeah. And
it was a charity to give things to refugees from the breakaway Ukrainian republics. And the charity used the name of the Russian name of those regions. It wasn't asking for money. It was asking for goods, and no responsible charity does that. And it was very much, if you look back at World War II, one of the first aggressions that the Nazi German government did was taking over an area of Czechoslovakia called the Sudetenland. And one of the things they did was justified it by saying that the Czechs were oppressing these German minorities who lived in the region. And there were all of these pictures of German refugees from the Sudetenland, and all of these calls for donate your winter coats to the poor refugees. And it was the same language as this charity. Yeah. This is a known thing.
And the thing is, it's happened before. It'll all happen again.
What I'm urging people to do is, I'm not saying Melnikova is lying. I'm not saying she's doing this on purpose. I'm just saying we all need to be more careful about the sympathetic ones too.
Yeah.
Because they may be being used.
They can look real good on social media, girl, but those intentions.
Yeah. So with that said, we're going to watch some Russian championships because the scoring was banana pants.
Yeah, you think the OU one was bad, girl. The UCLA one was bad. No. Russian home scoring is literally
okay. So I sent you 4 routines.
You did. Let's start with Ludmila. Don't even bars.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the new Russian championship champion on bars.
This is ridiculous, just so you know.
I mean, she's a great bars worker. This would be in the world final.
Oh, yeah. Which sad, but, super game, super prizes.
Yeah.
This goes on for freaking ever, though. My God, this is a long routine.
I mean, it's classic Russian bars, but it's
upgraded Russian bars.
a really good form of it.
It is, and you know what? For what it's worth, these young Russian gymnasts get their shit under the stick. You know what I mean? Because they're kids, but they're being used.
I mean, this one in particular, like, is a kid, but
being used as propaganda, and it sucks. It sucks.
There are so many like terrible things.
Yeah, but I mean, her form is fantastic. It's one of the better bar workers in the recent history from the Russian team, because usually like they're kind of messy and sloppy. She's perfect. She's great.
Yeah, you'll notice I did not give you any of the others.
Yeah, because she was definitely the standout.
So, speaking of standout, let's go to Melnikova's floor.
Oh god. Not playing the music. Sorry. But you know, it's just.
I mean, there's a reason people love Melnikova.
There is, and you know what? For the longest time, it's gorgeous. A little form. Well, a lot of form actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's Russian scoring. This is what did this get? This got a
14.333.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably half a point too high, but
I would go a full point too high. Because that form in the first tumble was a lot. And then, let's see this.
Actually, in fact, if we're going to talk about crazy scoring, I'm in fact going to give you my favorite crazy scoring of Russian Cup 2 or Russian Champ.
Listinova and Vault?
No, that's a whole other thing. I want to talk about good things before we talk about dissecting that.
Like, they're really and it's just like, what do you Listinova's not that girl. She's not.
Like I said, I want to talk about that when we talk about it. But like, okay. So this is still a good floor.
Good floor. Form things here and there. But Melnikova she's all around champion in 2022, right? Yeah.
21.
It's one of those, like, of course she's gonna have great gymnastics. She's one of the greatest Russian gymnasts of all time. You know, I'm not gonna say she's not. She is, but it's kind of.
So she won the all around. She won vault. She won beam, and she won floor.
Hand on her.
And she was appropriate to those wins. Go down to the very end of your DMs. I just sent you Melnikova's beam, which is my favorite comedy score.
Yeah, this is this Leo is giving UCLA.
So, she got a 14.133 and an 8.43 something.
Already impossible.
E score.
8 point what?
8.4 something.
Already impossible. Already impossible.
So this is, like I said, my favorite comedy score. Like, we watched that 8.5 theme for MDT and this got almost the same E.
Hold on. I already have a full point off. Well, point and a half, actually.
So every still of this is a picture.
It is, and she's gorgeous. She's amazing. We know this. Melnikova.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's comedy.
It is, because like, you have to take off for the mount. You have to take off for the arms. This
for the leg up wobble.
Where's the next part?
She stayed on the beam, which we're gonna talk about Listinova next. So, you know.
My God, her eyeliner is winged for the gods. Oh no, impossible.
Yeah, so this was my favorite bit of comedy. It was appropriately ranked of that final, but
was it?
No, I mean it was the right beam to win that final. But anyway,
where is you
go to Listinova's beam next, because Listinova fell. No, I don't want to do. I want to do vault last because
you sent me vault. Oh, did you send me her beam?
I sent you her beam.
Oh, there it is. See it. Share this tab. Said gorgeous Leo, mind you. What does this get? 12-1.
Yeah. So she fell on every beam she did this weekend.
Is this a chaotic one?
This is one of the chaotic ones. She had 2 beams with 2 falls.
Exercise preparation, then the wobbles, and then that. She prepared for it.
And she like takes a coffee break between some skills.
Before the Arabian, my God.
So
I don't like this camera anymore. Oh my God.
There is a theory that that she had a bunch of things that she could do before puberty.
What was that?
And that they do not know what to do with her after.
Well, yeah, she's taller now. She's filled out. She's a woman now. Absolutely not. Like,
had a back injury in February, so
yeah. And the thing for me is, okay, great. She can do all this shit. Where is she going to compete this at, girlfriend? Wouldn't you rather save her, pace her correctly, have her gain the strength, gain the flexibility as an older gymnast, then compete her in hopefully LA, as opposed to risk getting her hurt? I mean, the double Arabian pike on floor that she kind of like just jumped out of, like, what are you doing this for? Like,
I didn't send you a floor. Her floors look a lot like this too.
And the thing is, like you're running this girl like to the bone. Like, do you see this? Like, what's gonna happen there, girlfriend? Like, I want to.
Well, she's gonna kill herself on vault because we're gonna talk about vault next.
Oh my God, yeah. And I want to point out, like, you were literally risking this gymnast's longevity for what? To show the world? You're not showing the world nothing. Nothing. No one's watching this.
Okay, so I want to talk about the vault because I want to talk about the mechanics of it.
Yes.
And first of all, I want to talk about her run because every step she does, she's gaining height and not power forward.
Let me see this at like half speed. Oh, what is that? Oh no, honey. Oh no.
See how she's bouncing up on every step?
The thing is,
she landed that vault on 1 foot, by the way.
It's like she's anticipating. Yeah. Hold on, what? Let me see.
So one of the people who looked at this suggested that she's using her floor round off technique to vault.
She is, and that floor round off is ass.
So when you get to the head-on shot, see how far her center of gravity is from her block.
Yeah, what is wrong? What the hell?
Like, there's going to be a slow-mo that's like head-on.
Vaulting. Well,
yeah, so she's landing on 1 foot, so she's going to like kill herself. But
hold on, I need to just look at where it's paused right now. This is a good example of what I've been talking about this entire time I've been talking about vault. Your body should be above your arms when you are hitting that vault, or you're not going to get the repulsion you need, honey. You're not. And what you do get is going to be spent on trying to get your body over the vault. And so by the time like you're having get that vault to rise, you're just going like this. You're just going like this. Oh, you can't see me.
Like, advance the video a bit because there's another slow-mo from a good angle.
Okay, let me see.
The one thing the Russians really love is doing their slow-mos.
And it's just like, that's a knee. That's a knee.
It's a knee. It's an ankle. It's like... If we can get rid of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's crunching. She's crunching.
Yeah.
That's Christina Aguilera.
Can you pause on like where on her block right there?
Yes.
Like, look how far out of her center of gravity.
And this is not. First off, shoulders Christina Aguilera. Like those are crunchy shoulders. You don't want that. That's the last thing you want on the vault, like on any vault, honestly. Hold on. Okay, much slower now. Why is she doing it like that? She's throwing her arms to one side.
So is this a floor round off?
And her floor round has always been ass. It's like it's always been shitty. She does not have good fundamentals. That's
Okay,
the thing here.
So let's look at her second vault too, since we've been dissecting her first vault, which is
Crunchy Tigers here, and she's twisting off the. No, you do not do that.
Yeah, so when I say that she's going to kill herself on vault, I mean she's going to kill herself on vault.
She's going to kill herself on vault. And then one leg lands first. Yeah, no. Hell, we saw, what's her name? The young lady that's in her class. Who's the other one, Catherine? Bella Hadid. She was on the Olympic team.
Okay, so this is the next vault.
No. Who was the other Russian gymnast that was with her?
Oh, Arozova, who has had two knee problems.
Yeah, now she got injured on vault because she does not know how to vault either. And the thing is, like, these Russian girls just don't know how to vault correctly, which is a shame because they were a vaulting powerhouse nation.
Yeah, I'm not sure that anybody after Melnikova knows how to vault.
Even Melnikova doesn't know how to vault.
Melnikova is at least not going to kill herself.
But she's going to land on a heap on the mat. Absolutely not.
So I really want to point out this run. This is like the worst hurdle, the worst run. Like her problems are starting way before the table.
And you know what solves this? Cardio.
Well, the Russians don't believe in cardio.
They don't. And I'm just like,
but can you go back and like show her run again? Yeah. Because I want to talk about her run and her hurdle.
Yeah. Are they replaying it? Yeah, they are. There we go. Class, you already ate. Don't play with me. Her hurdle is ass.
So what does her hurdle need to do?
Okay. So her hurdle, what's happening here, she's like displacing too much, like the length between her doing the hurdle and doing like the feet on the ground again. Hold on, let's go back. Here. You see how much she's jumping? Like, why are you doing? And then you're standing again and then going for like it again. Your hurdle should be literally hurdle, hands on floor, body over, back handspring. Not you're lunging yourself like in a long jump, then hit the ground again and then go for the round off. That makes no sense. You're losing so much power doing that. So much power. And for what reason? Look here. Right here, right there. Why are you doing that? Like, what is going on? And where is the disconnect from this?
So, like, is she trying to start hurdling too early?
I think it's that, and I just think that whoever taught her how to hurdle for these skills was a power tumbler.
Interesting.
I don't think they were artistic gymnasts. Because it's a very similar in a technique that what power tumblers do.
So, like, this would be different if it was on a rod floor?
I think so. And I could be wrong. Once again, I am literally at this point.
But because maybe she could get power if she was getting power from the runway?
And she's just not. And the way she runs, it's giving not this sport. It's we talk about a lot how like Colleen Devilliard like went to train with the sprinter, right?
Yeah.
And it's two very different runs at this point.
I mean, let me see if I can find a like Colleen Devilliard vault because I don't have one on my current.
Because Colleen's very like she's sprinting towards the board, and like her intent is to then round off onto the board or whatever she does. Vault. Listonova looks like she is going for the hurdle, landing her feet, then going for another hurdle after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm now going to send you Colleen Devilliard since we've now picked apart Listonova.
Yeah.
Because all of these vaults start from the run, and we don't talk enough about this.
And what Colleen did is she went and sought out a sprinter to help her gain momentum during the sprint to then help her use the physics of the vault itself to do the vault. Whereas I feel like the Sonova learned I don't want to say amateur, that's not the right word. See, it's very different. This is intentional.
So I've sent you Colleen Tilliard, and for the sake of talking about Listanova's technique, I'm also going to send you one of her floors.
Okay, look at the. Okay, let me restart because my big old face was there. Said, okay, like look at this. But that's a good point too. It does look kind of ballet here. Look at Colleen Tilliard's how she's gaining momentum. It just looks like a freight train going towards the vault. It's very different.
So does de Villiard have the best run in vaulting?
Yes, 1,000% yes. 1,000% yes. Now, does she have the best form in the air? I think that could be argued, but in like, your run has to. That's what Jim to say. Oh, I do 24 steps because they know it's intentional.
So
It's
look
the same
how
every time.
much shorter her hurdle is, though.
Exactly.
When she goes to do a like.
Yurchenko.
Yeah.
Look at this. In the same spot, and then goes for it, gets her body over her arms. This is great. This is great technique. It's fantastic technique, actually. Now in the air, does she have good technique there? The jury's out.
Well, I mean, this is the difference between technique and form. She has good technique and not great form.
Period. I couldn't say it better myself. Her body is already over her legs are over her body as she's hitting the vault that you want, because then you can just go and repulse, not like this, but like this. Oh, you can't even see me. Wow.
And like, look at how her arms are not bent.
Yes. Whereas the Sonova, it's from the get-go, she's chaotic. Now, Squishy says, Lissy's run was much better the second day, I thought. She didn't look like she was running in a ballet position, at least. That's another thing. It's the inherent dance training that you have can also be detrimental to a point where you're in a sport that, yes, incorporates certain aspects, but doesn't really require it in the actual skill performance of the sport. Now, this is your Yurchenko entry for Colleen, which I think it's crisper. She's not compressing onto the board. Her elbows are not like crunchy. It's
but like, also look how much more efficient the hurdle is when she goes to the round off.
Beautiful. Which allows her that hang time, allows her to get into as many twists as she could possibly do, which in this case, I think it's a full round.
It's not that many, but
not that many. But still, look at this. Round off, little tiny round off into Georgina Childs. Like, this is what you want. Two very different approaches to vault, and we see which one is more successful. Yes, let's talk about squeezes in another twist, but at what cost? A knee? So
because Squishy wants us to like at least give Listonova the chance of a better run, yes. I'll give you the second day's run. And admittedly, I wanted to talk about Listonova's vaulting, which is why we were talking about it. So you now have her vault and her floor from the all around.
Okay.
So let's do the vault first.
Okay. That was better. You can see it in her landing, in her hang time in the air. That was a better performed vault as a whole. Again, if you're
she's still going to kill herself.
Oh, yes, she is. If you're not a vaulter, like an actual vaulter, like event specialist, you're not going to see the difference. But like here, it was a much more determined, I guess.
So let's look at her hurdle here. It's so much shorter.
It is so much shorter. It's so much like her arms.
And so she gets more power.
Yeah, it's better. Look, I like this angle better. Round off. It's still a fuck ass round off though. My God, but it's better for her in the air.
But she still has a really inefficient run.
She needs honestly to come WCC. They would
Well, like,
get
look
that
at
together.
when we go to her floor, which let's go to her floor next. I
Yeah.
want you to see how high her knees come up every time she's running.
I hate it. I hate it.
So
Okay.
her floor is next.
Where we at? Where we at? There we go.
And let me look and see what nonsense they gave her floor a 13.8, so we can appreciate the nonsense of it.
14.5 here.
Oh yeah, no, this is a
no. Already know.
Sorry, the vault was a 13.8.
Absolutely not. No. That's like Leanne Wong in NCAA every other week. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. No.
But like, look when she's running into her tumbles, it's just like her vault run.
It is. And I really think someone who coached her was non-artistic gymnast. Or maybe like a club gymnastics expert. You know what I mean? Nothing against club gyms. I was talking about the systems. They're different in America than they are in Russia. It's a fuck ass round off. It is the fuck ass round off. That's what it is. You know who else had this round off? What is her name? Hold on. It's in my mind.
Like, it's not hurting her as much on her floor exercise.
No, it's not. She's clearly overcame her. Hold on.
I mean, the score is silly, but the floor is not like terrible.
That's a better round off. Yeah, she's overcome her own adversities to the point where like it's one of those things like you can't really fix that at this point. Okay, good example. Kayla Nohashi. This is a good example of a good round off. Hold on. This is again a Woga round off. So now look at how Caitlin round offs on this. The travel, it's minimal. She's not like long jumping into this tumble. It is round off done. That can't be done.
Yeah, so that's like half the distance of Listy's round offs.
Yeah. And that's why Caitlin gets all this airtime because she's getting her body over her arms, whereas Listy's like it's so extended she's losing so much. She could honestly hold on 2 seconds, really quick. You and me, Jim Jeanette. You and me. If Listy got a fucking round off together, she probably could do a triple double. She probably could do every single double tuck. But until she fixes that fuck ass round off, it's not going to happen. She has so much power. She's losing it on the round off, the hurdle alone. Valentina, what the fuck?
I just don't want this girl to kill herself.
She's going to end up getting hurt. She is. And she seems like the type of gymnast that has so much fire inside her that she could last, maybe not a trousseau, but she could last like a couple more Olympic cycles if she's not hurt.
So when there was an argument this weekend about criticizing that first vault, about she had a back injury last month, should we really be questioning her gymnastics? Her vaulting has always looked terrible.
Yeah, should she really be doing gymnastics at all?
But the argument was, we should be criticizing her coaches for making her do this. I don't think they're making her do this.
I don't think so either.
Listy is an 18-year-old intense elite athlete.
Yeah, and she's headstrong. Like we've heard quotes about her. Like she's not Mustafina. She's kind of more like Corkina. She's crazy. Leaves me to drink.
Although I'm gonna give us one more thing before we leave Russian nationals.
Yes.
Because we got to see the live Corkina reaction to her beam.
Oh, there's a live reaction?
Yeah.
You're lying.
So I want you to go to the end of the beam routine. I just sent you.
I'm living for this. Okay.
So they showed a Corkina reaction after one of her 2 fall beams.
This is in different order already. Her routine is in different order already.
So this is the all around. The first one we watched was the event finals.
Oh yeah, I saw this one. You sent me this. Oh my god, this is the one I laughed at. She literally fell on everything. But like I saw someone say, you know, if this is my situation too, I would do the same damn thing too. Throw up like a 6-8 and then still get a 13. What she gets a 12-6, 13-2, just based on my difficulty alone. Like it's kind of cunty, honestly. I get it. Switch.
I mean, and it's worked for her when Melnikova's fallen. Like her problem, she could have won this, except for Melnikova wasn't a disaster this year like she was last year.
Well, it's like the Jana Beger effect. Like Jana Beger had so much difficulty. Oh, girl, so much difficulty that's why she ended up in ended up her placements were so high because she had so much difficulty that she faltered a little bit.
Yeah, so that fall was something.
Oh my god, that is something. But you know what I mean? Like Jana Beger had enough difficulty that even if she faltered a little bit, she still got a good score because of difficulty. And she really was one of the ones that was able to kind of code whore that quadrennium.
So he's listing over the biggest difficulty checker of major gymnasts right now.
Yeah. I wouldn't say successful difficulty checker, but yeah, she is. Time in, time out, Lissy throws some of the most difficult skills in the entire game. Now, are they successful? Jury's out. But yeah, no, I'd give it to her. Either her or Simone. But
so I think the Cortina is near the end of all of the
replays,
the slow-mos.
Let me see. Okay. Oh my god, there she is.
No, they're gonna do a close-up. Yeah. So I want that to be like.
That's her daughter. 1,000%. That's her daughter.
That is Russia falling off beam.
That's her daughter. Like that. The thing is, with Mustafina, like she was not a Cortina like gymnast.
Well, Mustafina kept refusing to say that she admired Cortina
because she knew her. Because she knew her. Like anybody who knows the bitch knows that she's crazy.
Yeah,
Listy, that's Cortina's daughter. But you can't tell me, not biologically, but just like skills wise, like panache, like the whole. It's the same person. Lissy's the one that I would expect to take off the medal in protest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, so here is my argument. I don't think the Russians should be in competition. I do think that we shouldn't ignore them because it will just send people to look at them.
Yeah, and that would get you a virus and get you tracked and all that. You don't want that.
And like the Russian commentators are pretty terrible. But
okay, hold on. Can we talk? So I was sitting here and I was like, oh, let me just try to see if I can translate this German broadcast with the DTB thing, right? So I put my phone just to do like the conversation thing that Google Translate has. Some of that commentator is messy as hell.
Was it Pauline Tratz?
No, it was well, she was one of them, but like the guy kept on asking questions like it's really messy questions. I can't really think of one off the top of my head, but just like I was looking at translation, I was like, these people are messy. And like at one point he goes, the talent is not there yet, and it's very sad and Olympic year to see some of these athletes not performing at their optimum level. I'm like, bitch, it's March.
Although I will say that in my my girls, I'm really pleased with Goddard's tumbling.
Yeah, that was
like she doesn't have the difficulty, but she's not going to the Olympics this year. She has time to build it.
I was impressed by them. I was impressed by Fuzzy Benes. Fuzzy's. I mean, we've known Fuzzy's a good gymnast, but my God, that floor routine, spectacular. I do want to talk about the U.S. women.
Okay.
I love Nola Matthews to an extent. I think she's going to shine in NCAA. It's just not working in elite. And I see her determination and I want that for her. I don't think that wants it for her. You know what I mean? Like she
Well,
wasn't
I'd say
her.
the same thing about Charlotte Booth, who did not do well at
Yeah, Char, what
British Champ.
happened? I thought we were in it. I was like, yes, Charlotte, British Queen. Not so much.
I
Not so
don't think Americans. I don't think second-tier Americans can go into foreign programs and dominate the way people think they can.
Myself included. So where is Charlotte committed?
No,
OU, right?
So Charlotte has a dual citizenship. She has said that she's not changing countries yet. She was exploring options. I mean, I think this is about seeing if she could make the British Olympic team, and she just can't.
Yes.
Even with them falling apart.
But does she have an NCAA commitment?
I would be shocked if she isn't.
Let me see. Oh, Auburn.
So.
Yeah, she's going to Auburn.
She'll do good at Auburn.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, yes. With her, Caitlin Jong. That's a team.
So can I make a pitch for Dulcie Kaler as an LA quad?
Yeah.
Gymnast.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think that she's someone who should be in the conversation this year, but she has so much potential to increase. And I kind of see like her become a Dutello.
For what it's worth, I really love Dulcie Kaler's technique on the memo. It's different. It's much more dance rooted than it is gymnastics rooted. Like she doesn't. So a lot of gymnasts, when they do the memo, they go here, like they put their leg up here, right? Whereas it's what Chelsea did. Whereas a true leg upturn goes from the side up, not kick up. It's literally from the side. And if you see, Dulcie grabs her leg from the side, which is why she looks overextended. I like that technique a lot more than the fuck ass like regular, Y turn thing. So that's interesting. I want her to. I want her. Yeah.
Can I make you guys? I want to make you watch 2 rhythmic routines and not with the sound on.
Okay.
But I want you to watch them because they show the same skills in different styles.
Okay.
And Squishy pointed this out to me when I made her watch one of them. So I think that a lot can be said for looking at rhythmic just to understand skill.
Yeah.
And
way, did
how that can manifest in personal style.
Did you see that rhythmic gymnast with what's his name? Stanford gymnast. His name escapes me right now. But yeah, he's doing a whole like series of videos with this rhythmic gymnast, and at one point he goes like, "So do you guys flip?" And she was like, "No, it's not a thing. We don't flip." She's never done a standing back
shot. They are not allowed to flip.
They're not. She goes, "We're not allowed to flip." Oh, it's so funny.
Okay, so
I don't think they know that. Okay.
These 2 are my 2 favorite rhythmic gymnasts right now.
Yeah, Victoria Onoprienko, we love her.
And but I want to look at the skills they're doing. They're the same skills, but such obviously different dance techniques.
I saw Booth described Bama coded. She is, man. If her, Gabby Gladio, man, that would be a team. She is very Bama coded. My God.
So, Squishy describes Onoprienko as punk.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. It's the eyeliner.
Well, also the speed of her work.
Yeah, we said that. She's very, very fast. She's a fast worker. It's
so
not
there's obvious ballet training. It comes in rhythmic, but this is not a ballet floor.
No, this is Haley Graham and Stick It rebellious floor. It's like Darja. Darja's very classic because she's an arena girl. Used to be. It's very classic. This is punk rock rhythmic.
Okay, so go to the next one. We don't need to see the whole routine. I'm just trying to show
I mean, I was in trance, so I was here for it. Oh, I love her. I love her too. I love her.
So this is also clubs because I want to show like for like. But like, look, she's doing the same skills.
Yeah.
Very technique. This is like soft music, but it's not ballet either.
And it's like we've said, it's like there are ways to get the same score and like be as competitive. And it's just a matter of finding what works for you.
So like, look how smooth she is compared to Victoria.
Victoria looks finicky. She looks like it's too like rushed. This, she's taking her time. She's giving you a like she's you know holding your
And
hand
she's like,
through it.
you don't think the clubs are like drumsticks?
No, it's an extension of her arm.
Whereas they're like drumsticks with Victoria.
Oh yeah, 1000%. It's
but
the
like
usage of the apparatus at the end of the day.
But they're the exact same skills.
Yeah.
And I think the point I'm trying to make here is that you can do these styles, you can take these ballet skills and turn them into other things.
Yeah.
And I really wish that artistic would learn this.
And the thing is, there's some that do. I mean, look at Ellie Black. Literally was venerated. That's probably not the right word. Kind of proven to be correct. Like, it's not about ballet. It is not about the European look.
Shout out, by the way, to the fact that the rhythmic code is doing away with writhing around on the ground.
Yeah, 1000%.
The next code.
Those are very.
Anyway, we can stop this, but I just wanted to like give those examples of different styles.
And the thing is, we've been reinforcing this thing, like Lishi Kai and Siba Dendroshik, two very different approaches to pommel horse, but same score at the end. You know what I mean? And the thing is, when it comes to artistic, we're not asking for ballet, which is what the scoring book from Antwerp showed us. You know, like
you
don't, because for what it's worth, Simone Biles, highest difficulty in the world, deducted as hell on artistry. Ellie Black, perhaps not the most aesthetically pleasing gymnast, no artistry deductions. Now then we look at Flavia's and the Rebecca's, who champion as the best benchmark for artistry, got more artistry deductions than Ellie Black. So it's a thing of like, we're not asking for ballet. It's asking to, hi Nisha. It's asking literally to just interpret your music, show training outside gymnastics, and show that you care about what you're doing. Not just look freaking bored the whole time, or just like you're interpreting the music, and the music isn't just background noise. That's all it is. Literally all it is.
What's coming this week?
The conference championships, which mean nothing. It's just the last score you can get of the season. It means nothing. Like, just because you win the conference doesn't mean you're going to win anything else. I really.
What's going to be the best one to watch?
SECs always. Session 2 of SEC, the 9th session of SECs, always the best one. It's always like the most like rambunctious one. Pac-12, because it's the last Pac-12 meet of the entire history of the world. After this, no more Pac-12, gone forever. So I'd watch that one. ACC is the new one. I love the ACC because it has Clemson, it has Pitt, it has those teams that are on the cusp. Big 12s, are you going to win that one? Doesn't really matter. But I know you're interested in more. So like, what am I streaming? Okay, so as far as the streaming, that's the complicated Cookie Monster of this all. Because
have I, by the way, mentioned that I'm a Tar Heel?
You are, and I always remember that when. Okay, I did.
Every time North Carolina comes up, I'm like, I should probably care about that.
I have thoughts on that meet. Sammy Durante, or Dana Durante. What's going on there, girl? What's going on there? Because the girls were not fighting for the landings. The girls were just giving up left and right. Like, it happened at Georgia where like the bar girls were just not barring, and then happened here where the bars girls were just not barring. So maybe Dana Durante needs a better bars coach or something, because she's not a bars coach herself. I just had a lot of thoughts. I thought about you when we were watching NC that meet, and I was just like, my God, like these girls, these Tar Heels are not tarring. Right, Klaus? Okay, so here's the schedule for this weekend. Share this episode. Let's just. I just want to do a really quick run through to see what we're gonna. I'm over in NCAA Jam. This season has been let down. Yeah, no, it is. It is. We'll talk about that here in a second. That'll be the last thing we talk about. Big Tens start at for me 11 a.m. Oh, no, yeah, 11 a.m. on Saturday, March 23rd. That is this coming Saturday. Probably gonna watch that one. Yes. Not doing GECs. I really don't care. Not doing MAC. Doing Pac-12 session 1. Actually, I might not. I really don't care about that one because I want to watch SEC session 1. That's Arkansas, Auburn, Georgia, and Missouri. Oh, and it's in New Orleans. Bitch. Not watching Eagle. I'm sorry. Doing Big Ten session 2, and then ACC championship, and then Big 12s, and then ACC session 2, and then Pac-12 session 2, and that's it.
Okay.
That's it. It's all on Saturday, the 23rd. Now, I do want to remind you guys that because your napkin, well, in Spanish is your servilleta, which is like your servidor, as in like me, your host or whatever. I like to keep it cool, keep it classy, keep it new and innovative. I am going to be part of it's called Rita Loves Gamer Knockout. We did it last month. We're doing this again. This month, I am playing for, drumroll please, Brown Girls Do Gymnastics. Okay, so basically, it's 2 rounds per day, 4 rounds total. It's gonna be 7 of us playing. It's the winner chooses a charity to win $100. I'm playing for Brown Girls Do Gymnastics. It's like we're playing Jackbox games, which if you don't know what that is, it's like drinking games essentially. You know what I mean? Like it's like really fun games. That is March 27th, 8 to 9:30 p.m. I encourage you to watch it. It's a really fun time. The last month's how long would Durante last? I don't see it. It's like Coupettes. I don't know what Coupettes has on these on the people at Georgia, because damn, at this point, like let it go. But going back to the charity thing, it's a 2-week event. So it's like March 27th and April 3rd. I'm hoping to win. I'm really good at these games. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the people I do these things with are very competitive. So it's gonna be a really fun time. If you're not doing anything, join us on the 27th and on the 3rd of April to watch that. And hopefully I win $100 for Brown Girls Do Gymnastics. Another thing, nationals are April 17th, well, the 18th through the 20th. I will be going. I'm going with Tiki, but I do. If you want to donate to that cause, if you want to help us out, because times are rough, I would love that as well. You can do that by. Do I have a little thingy here?
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, go to.
I'm gonna say good night. My phone is on fire. You have a good night.
Thank you, Catherine. I love you. Thank you so much for everything you do. I really appreciate it. You're awesome. Thank you so much. So yeah, if you want to go to our website, I'm releasing new merch this week, if not next. Here's what I wanted to do. So, y'all remember when I did the Leanne, Suni, and Darion shirts, right? Well, I was like, I kind of want to expand on that, and I want to do like a shirt that we then sell as merch on the website for one girl on each team that makes nationals. It's going to take a little bit of predicting, because some girls might not make nationals, and I don't want to do one for a girl that won't be there, because I kind of want to do a thing where like I have a poster that says like blank, come get your shirt. I know and this is just me predicting, like for Margetta, I want to do like the Honorable House of Fraser, kind of like voguing like thing. That sort of thing, you know what I mean? Just to like be like, we really support you. Now, I think I might do that. I don't know. I've been talking to Tiki about it. Who knows? But the thing I do want to really hark on, like I said at the beginning of the show, this gymnastics coverage thing, it's a lot, and it really, to know that a icon and a legend like Kathy Johnson Clark can be disrespected to her face and played in her face like she has been by ESPN really bothered me, because not for nothing, but she's one of the only commentators in the game that actually champions the gymnastics, champions the athletes, and doesn't just like give it to you like in a way that like mean. It's always very respectful. In the fact that ESPN decided that because she's not a spring chicken, that they had no use for her, and that really bothered me. So I remembered back in the day, Road Rules, Real World Road Rules, the challenge. There was I know some of you watched that. One of the girls wore a shirt, or I think Seth wore a shirt that says "Where is Rachel?" and then Rachel wore one that says "Where is Seth?" And I was like, "That's funny." And it's always stuck with me. And then yesterday, as I was like talking to you guys on the stream, I was like, "Oh my god, we need to do that. We need to do that." So because I'm a graphic designer and I, do other things, I came up with this design, which I reposted online if you haven't seen it. But here it is. I really want. I'm not trying to do this for a profit or anything like that. What I'm doing is that I want to make this file available online for anybody who wants it, and I want you guys to go out there and print your own shirts. You know what I mean? I'll make it available online for whoever wants it. But if we can get a significant amount of people to wear their shirts with this design on it, they can't blur us all out in the audience. You know what I mean? And I know Kathy's always been a champion of like smart rebellion. You know what I mean? Like, rebel in a smart manner. And I think if we get enough of us wearing these shirts in the crowd, it would send a message. And besides, if nothing else, it's a good tribute to her. You know what I mean? It's I just want her to feel. Why am I crying? I want her to feel respected and appreciated and loved by the community that she has given so much to. And if we can do at least do this, that'd be awesome. Like, and I know because it's me, people will be like, "I don't want to do that." Oh, I'm like, whatever. It's not about me. It's about Kathy, and like that's why I don't want to make this into merch. I just really want people to go out there, make their own shirts, whatever it is you want to wear, whatever. I'm probably doing it in a hoodie, like you know what I mean. Like, hold on, excuse me. Oh my God, I really I want us to do this because I feel like we can. If enough of us do this, it would send a message that like we really love this woman. So that's that. So yeah, I have nothing else. If no one's told us today, you really matter. All your goals, your ambitions, your dreams, that all matters. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I think you're awesome. I think you matter. I think you're funny. And take care of yourself. Okay? Have a great flipping Monday. It's Monday, March 18th, 7:31 p.m. here in Central Zone. Make the rest of the day what it can be, I love you. I will see you back here on Saturday for conference championships. And yeah, that's it. Oh, I do have a surprise that I'm not gonna release today. It'll be coming this week, if not next, because it has to. Otherwise, it just won't make sense anymore. It's the Jimmys. The Jimmys. But I want to do something cool for the Jimmys because I've taken so long. It's gonna be cool. I promise. Because I kind of dropped the ball on that, but that's mostly because of life. But it looks good. If you haven't seen the 10-minute preview, it's on my TikTok. That's Addicts Inc. with one C, not two C's. But check it out. It looks good. I just wanted to give you guys like at least that. I'm doing it for myself at this point because I just want to know that I can finish it. And so yeah, I have some other content coming out soon. It's on my schedule. But yeah, no, there's some things coming. There might be one really big thing coming that I'm really surprised about. That just because polarizing person, I know. But just wait for it. I really love you. Take care of yourself. Okay. Whatever happens, just know that it can be overcome. I'll see you soon. Love you.